you so upset, Bubbas. You so mad. He is so mad. Okay.
I have no idea my sister's dog went to do with me yesterday.
Did he?
I guess so. He wasn't happy with me. And I was like, it's definitely not Bubba because his shoes are solid.
Oh no, what?
And I was like, I have no idea.
Yeah. Where'd he go?
I guess over there.
Little Shane Cooper. Hides it. I feel like Bumble does it intentionally in the most obvious spot. And I don't know if that's like her giving me like the little middle finger, or if that's her being like, here, no, so no one will step in it. But she does it at like the front entrance if she's here, and then at home she does it in our hallway in front of our bedroom. Every time. When she's really quiet for 2 minutes, she's upstairs. I'm like, she's pooping, isn't she? We just took her out.
Sophie's the opposite. She'll totally hide it.
Yeah, a little Shane Cooper. Oh no, they can't find it. Like we can smell it. Where is it? All right. I'm gonna sit in your hair for a few minutes and give you a little bit of a treatment for when you do your lightning today. It's long for wheels. All right, I'm gonna be kind of a little bit back and forth. Okay. So, a Hawaii wedding. I'm jealous. Not even pretend like I'm not.
You know, I never thought we'd do Hawaii. I thought we were joking about it when we were talking about it. I actually thought he was joking. I was like, oh yeah, that'd be so fun, right? Like, to, not take away the stress. Like, that'd be stress free and so we were just kind of joking about it. And then he's like, no, I'm serious. And I was like, well, it's Mexico's way cheaper. Like, why wouldn't we do Mexico? And then he's like, no, I hate Mexico. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So he's funny because he's high maintenance, but he is cheap. So he wants the best things. Like, he wants a wedding in Hawaii, but doesn't want to
pay for the wedding in Hawaii. Oh my gosh.
And so it's so funny because even the other day, it's hilarious to me because he's like, oh yeah, you plan it all. I don't care what it looks like. You just go ahead and do it all. And I'm like, okay, great. I'll do that. And then
Sounds good, hon.
Yeah.
I'll plan the wedding.
I'll plan it all.
That's hard for me to decide on these. Like, no. Stay out of the wedding.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
my turn.
yeah, and I'm keen because I'm like, you know what, you have a really big opinion normally, and so he'd probably fight me on a lot of things. So if he's like giving me full control, I'm like, that's great.
Yes.
And then he like steps in to like the DJ part, like portion.
Oh my gosh, James did too.
Okay, see, that's funny. Because he was like, all of a sudden he cares about the DJ. He like
Yeah.
calls me up one day and he's just on a walk and he's like, so I was thinking about who's gonna DJ. And you know how we were
This is where you part, right?
Yes, it's a little off, but usually like around here.
A little more in the center?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was like saying how like we had agreed originally that we were gonna get a friend to do it, and that we were just gonna come up with our own playlist that we like, and that they were gonna like just like run a playlist, and that's how we were gonna do it. But then all of a sudden he was like, I was thinking about that, and he's like, and that takes a lot of skill. He's like, to know when the song is dying, like you can't play a whole 3-minute song. Like you need to know when the song is dying and know when to change the song. And he's like, and I just feel
A
like
DJ keeps the energy up.
exactly. So he was like saying how we should definitely have someone who's really skilled and good at that. And I was like, okay, hun. I was like, that's great. He's like, yeah. So is there any like people that we know that's like that? I was like, no, definitely not. I was
Also,
like,
they'd have to go to Hawaii to do that.
they'd have to go to Hawaii to do that. And so then he starts saying, okay, like let's look into DJ prices. So I tell him like the first DJ price that I find, which is $1,000, and he was just like, no, that's too expensive. And I'm like, okay, well, what are we gonna do? I was like, we have no friends that are talented DJs, or we're gonna take the time, hours, to come up with our own DJ mashups. Like they're not gonna go on an app and create us a DJ list for free. And he was like, well, like let's just ask and see if friends will do that for us. Like, and he's like, well, like let's just do it ourselves. And I was like, okay, so you want me to spend hours mashing up songs so that we can have a cool DJ
So you
set
can have
list?
3 hours of music, which is
Music.
especially when each song is only 2 to 3 minutes, but you don't take the whole song.
Yeah, I'm like, I might as well go get myself a DJ training course, and then that, like, just to do this, and it's still going to cost like a ton of money and time. I was like, I don't think this is possible. So yeah, now he like has like wants us to have someone who's going to DJ and have an actual cool playlist, but yet like that's going to take them so much time, or us so much time to create, just because he doesn't want to spend the money.
If he's so on that, I would just say, all right, babe, that's up to you then. You come up with a playlist. You should be the one to mash up the music and do that and spend the time doing that, because I've got the rest of the wedding I have to deal with. So if you feel really strongly about this DJ thing, you can handle the DJ thing. My thought was to just, whatever your thought was, the easy part, just be like, if you don't want to do that, this is the option I've come up with. If you want to do more of the work and you want to, that's fine, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, because he was going and just listening to playlists the other day, and was just saying this song would sound so good with this song, and so then I went and I sent him an app of like DJ make your own mix or whatever.
Yeah.
So I sent that to him, and I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
like make it. And so I don't know if he will, but
Because the
no,
DJ
that's good.
does have a really
Good
important
suggestion.
job at the wedding, is if you do want there to be like lots of dancing, then the DJ is the person who keeps the energy flowing. So
Yeah. No, that's so true.
it is something that takes quite a lot of talent and skill. And if it's something that you feel like you want to have more of a relaxed kind of like dinner and socializing wedding, don't worry about a DJ. Have a playlist. But if you want to have a
If
lot
you
of
want a dance
dancing,
floor,
then I would say spend the money, hire a DJ.
See, that would be my go-to. It's just like, let's just spend the money and get a DJ, because I think it would be an important part of the wedding. Like, it would make it so memorable.
Yeah.
For us, but I think that for him, if he doesn't want to spend the money, then I think you're right. Just let
You need a
him.
contract for DJ.
She's getting married in Hawaii.
I know.
So that's the thing too, is like, if a friend is going to a wedding, speaking as a friend who's going to a wedding and doing a thing for the bride, it's kind of hard to find someone who's willing to pay their own way to go to a wedding to do an entertainment like service for the whole night.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, is if you maybe wanted to pay your friend's way, I think the friend would be like, oh yeah, I'll go to your wedding, DJ. But if you had a friend who was like, oh, I still also have to pay my own way to this wedding, and then I'm just gonna work for free, that might be kind of hard for
Well, I
someone to
think
do.
that is the hard part. Is
Yeah.
Like, people would have to pay their own way. Like I almost hired a friend to do the photography.
Yeah.
And then they're like, but wait, I have to pay for my flight and my hotel, and then they backed out. So
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it makes sense. Like, it's expensive.
Usually with like a destination wedding, it's like essentially everything you're doing over at that destination is hired out that way.
Yeah.
Unless you
Yeah.
got some really rich friends or fiance or something.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, I'm doing that with a friend. Like, I was invited to her wedding, but I did offer to just like bring my hair stuff and do her hair for her wedding.
Okay.
Because her wedding was just in the budget for me to afford to go to it.
Okay.
But I was
Where
like,
was
this
that?
is your wedding gift for me to do your hair in
Yeah.
Mexico.
Oh, it's fun.
So we're gonna be spending a week in Mexico.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it was one of those situations where it was a whole day thing that I have to, like the purpose of the wedding is to have fun at the wedding, right? And then I think I'd feel probably a little differently about it, but because I'm helping them get ready in the morning, and then just if she needs a quick touch up at any point, like I can be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that can be really hard because the DJ has a lot of responsibility on them to read the flow of the room, keep that energy going.
He had one friend that would have been good at it, like one friend, but he gave him the option of emceeing or DJing, and so then he chose emceeing. And so he's like, shoot, I should have given him the option. I should have just chosen for DJing because he's like, he thinks he would have been a natural at it because he's done it at other weddings. But yeah, I guess like our best bet I think is him creating it. If he doesn't want to spend money, it's him creating it and then getting a friend to just run it.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be some playlists that have already pre-mixed songs for weddings that already have the transitions in and out. If he did enough research,
Yeah.
he'd probably find something that has that. Maybe he could purchase one.
Yeah.
Maybe there's people online who make those and then say you could purchase the download, and who knows? That should be literally a job in itself where someone pre-makes wedding playlists and says the transitions are done, the high points of the songs are in, they've already got the like that, like whatever you do with the DJ board, I don't know. But all of that stuff is pre-done. Like that would be a really smart business plan for someone who knows that.
Very smart. Save so much money.
See, if I was a DJ, that's what I'd do. Be like, there, you can have my DJ mix, but I don't have to be there to DJ. You press play.
Yeah.
Spend $100 to download my mix, and there we go.
Or if that's not a real thing, that would be huge.
That would, if that's not a real thing, that should be. Like, so,
Or like, what if they could DJ from like here, like remotely?
yeah, remote DJing, that would be super cool.
Like how
Yeah,
you go
that
on
would be
live,
cool.
and they could do it remotely.
That would be
Someone
good
should
business
come up
too.
with that kind of technology to be able to do that.
Did I ever tell you about my Mexico wedding disaster?
No?
The TV getting smashed and stuff.
No? What? When did you go to Mexico?
In 2019, my girlfriend was getting married, so I was like, I will do your hair for your wedding.
Okay.
Because, yeah, like a gift.
Yeah.
So,
You're getting me freaked out for what I'm doing.
way, stuff like that. And we get there, and it's the first night, and so we have some drinks. First of all, her fiance's being an absolute dick on the plane. And so we were like, let's just have some drinks, like chill out, everyone's stressed. We go back to our hotel room, and her fiance's sleeping. And because he passes out. And me, her, and her fiance's friend are all having like a good time. We called room service, but it was taking them forever, so we had called them like 5 times. And I'm like, okay, like let's not call them anymore. Then the fiance wakes up and he wants smokes. And I'm like, please don't call room service from my room
Yeah.
for smokes.
Yeah.
And he just went absolute ballistic and was basically like, F you, you're here for me, not for you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, get out of my room. I was like, this is my room.
That you're paying for.
Yeah.
Who cares if you're there for him? You're paying.
So I unplugged the phone, and he threw the phone at the TV and smashed it. And of course, room service shows up and sees that.
And then they're gonna like charge you because it's in your room.
Yeah. So they were like, man, you need to come with us. So then I go with them, and I'm like distraught. And he took our food and smashed the plates as well, smashed them here.
Wow, who's getting married to this guy?
Yeah, this was like my best friend. And we spent literally every day together. And they were like, you need to pay $800 US for the damages right now. And I was like, I don't have that. Like, I'm like, I'm not paying that. Like, I didn't do it. They're like, but it's your room, and like, we could actually charge you for having guests in your room that are not supposed to be in there, and blah blah blah. And so then I was on the phone with my dad, and I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, he's like, go back to your room and go to bed.
Yeah.
He's like, deal with this in the morning. So I go back to my room. I was like, they're like, Nan, you will go to jail if you don't pay this money now. And I don't think, I don't think you understand how serious jail is in Mexico. And I was like, fine, take me to jail. Like, I don't care at this point. So I go back, go to bed, wake up in the morning, and I guess the bride, oh yeah. The bride also told them that I smashed the TV.
Oh, I would not be friends with her anymore.
She's like, oh, at the end of the day, like, I had to sleep next to him.
No, you don't. That's when I would break off the wedding. If my fiance threw a tantrum and started ruining things in the hotel, I'm like, you're a violent man. I'm not getting married to you.
Anyways, long story short, his mom ended up paying $500 US because she was flying in the next day. And then the apology I got was, sorry, dude. I'm like, you're texting me, sorry, dude.
Wait, so who paid the rest of it?
No, they brought it down. The TV's not worth $800
Yeah.
US. Like, give me a break.
Hotel TV, and they get discounts on that crap because they're literally furnishing 300
It's not
rooms.
even
Like,
a smart TV or anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that was the first night, and I was there for 7 days, and I was like,
oh, I would leave after the first night. I'd be like,
you know what I did? I went to the bar, and I had a freaking amazing time by myself, and I met so many nice people from like, someone was from like Wisconsin, and like just everywhere, and of course the groom comes and is like, are you gonna mope all day? I'm like, I'm not moping, I'm having a great time. Like, there's fresh popcorn, free drinks, like basically like screw up.
yeah,
And out of the kindness of my heart, I still did their hair on the wedding.
I would not. Oh, I would leave, be like, you're done.
I brought my clippers and like did his
Find your
hair, like,
hairdresser.
shaving his entire head.
Oh, you're a better friend than I am.
Yeah. I videographed my whole wedding.
What?
Yeah.
Are you still friends with her?
Basically, I was giving them like a place to live because they were, let's just say, it wasn't safe for them to go to their house, so they had to like live at my house. And I told her when we got back, I said, you can come grab your stuff, and the groom is not welcome in
Yeah.
my house. And we still talk here and there, but
Wow.
yeah. So I'm like, okay, make sure I go with the right people.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I've never seen anyone flip out like that before.
Wow. Over cigarettes.
Literally, I was like, "Are you?" His
What
room
trash.
is 3 doors down, and I'm like, "What is wrong with you right now?" Like,
Or he could have gone down to the lobby himself and just gotten some.
literally, like we were having a bubble bath and everything. It was so much fun. And then we just got
Okay, so it does exist.
It does? You
So
looked it
I
up?
just sent it to him. Yeah, I found there's like a bunch of different wedding tracks from receptions by DJs.
Yeah. You guys should spend a whole evening drinking a bottle of wine, listening to them, and seeing if you can dance to them. You know what you should do? Invite over a couple of friends. Get your guys like a couple of bottles of wine, and then literally make it your plan to like, okay, does this make us want to dance? And is there a slow song at the right time? Is there a fast song at the time? As soon as you get 4 songs in a row that don't sound right, try the next track.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I would do.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I would say next
Make
track.
it-
There's
make
been
it
4
up.
songs in a row that I don't think work well. Not necessarily that they're not your style, but if it's like this makes the energy in the room feel weird, specifically 4 in a row, I'd be like, we're doing the next track.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. There we go. I'm like, there has to be that by now because like so many jobs can be like taken by tech that I'm like, that's like one of the techiest jobs. I'm like, how is there not like really good substitutes for that yet?
Yeah.
It might not be like the same thing, the real thing, or whatever, but if it does a good job and there's a budget in mind, I feel like there should be something.
Yeah. No, I feel like that makes a lot of sense because then anyone can do it.
Yeah.
So if they don't have access to it, they do. Yeah. No, that's a great idea. Thank you.
No problem. All right, next wedding problem. Let's get the whole wedding figured out today.
Well, no, honestly, there's not many problems that have come up. We thought about like, do we bring kids to the wedding? Do we not? Because we have some friends coming with kids, and he really thinks that changes the dynamic. But we've decided to accept kids at the ceremony, and then reception we'll do no kids other than family. Like if there's family members with kids, like his niece and nephew, then we'll like still have them.
Okay.
But if it's not family, then we're gonna try and see if those friends can get babysitters. And it sounds like they all got babysitters. Like
Okay.
a lot of those people that are coming, they've got their parents coming too.
Okay.
So it's worked out.
Okay.
It worked itself out, which is great. Do you want to see some of the decor and stuff?
Yes.
So
Would love to.
This is the ceremony. We're not going to do these chairs. We're going to do like this brown kind of chair. But this is like where we'll have the ceremony.
Oh, gorgeous, Emily.
Isn't it pretty? It reminds me of Europe. for some
Yes,
reason.
that
And
looks very European.
And it's outdoors. And then behind this like walkway is a pool. And so it's like a bright blue pool with like this cool tile.
Beautiful.
So it's really kind of space. This is the outside, which I really want to recreate that photo.
Yes.
Because he's wearing a blue suit, and so I thought it looked so cool against the wall. So yeah, that's the pool with like the nice tile.
Beauty.
So I was like, we might do the wedding party photos there.
Take some time to do photos, yeah, for just the two of you. Me and James didn't really do that. We did like one photo where it was the two of us at the front door at Chantel's house.
Yeah.
And I regret so much not thinking far enough into like the photography time to be like, oh, how about just a shoot for like the bride and the groom? Like we didn't do that. We were so concerned, well, like not us, but like the photographer was so concerned about getting every single family member and every single pose and being like, okay, well now one with just the brothers, now one with just the sisters, now one with just the bridesmaids, one with just the groomsmen, one with just, and I was like, there's a full list of photos you need to get with all these different groups of people, but bride and groom didn't go do their own little photo shoot. I feel like to set aside 45 minutes to an hour and just say, whatever we can get done for the bridal party and the family in the time that you have, great, but then the rest of the time, like the hour or whatever you need for you and Cameron to take photos. I don't want to be that person who like tells you what to do on your wedding. Don't like do it if you don't want to, but for me, like I don't look back on my wedding photos for the photography because I'm like, it's just us all standing there in what we were wearing.
Yeah.
They're not interesting. There's nothing cute about them. They're just for formality's sake. We had the family photos.
Right. Yeah.
But me and James didn't have our cute little photo session and do our cute little poses, and I super regret that. So, you know, just make sure there's time for you and Cameron. It's your day. If other people are gonna pitch a fit about anything, tell them to go kick rocks. It's your wedding day.
Well, you know, I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't even thought about like the timing of photos. Like I hadn't really.
It's usually like a 2-hour thing.
Yeah, and so he has a best friend who's one of his groomsmen. He's like a famous, not famous, but he's a really good photographer. He does like really big weddings, which is awesome. And he is like not doing our photography, but he had a suggestion. His suggestion was to create a schedule around photos.
Yes.
And so he was like, are you guys going to do first look? And so we decided to do first look just so it gives us more time for photos. So we'll probably do girls get ready, guys get ready, and then we'll do a first look at 3. And then from 3 to 4, we'll probably take photos, just the 2 of us. And then I think it's going to be, and like maybe a little bit with our wedding parties, getting ready. And then we'll do 4 o'clock as a ceremony.
Yep.
And then we're going to do 4 to 4:30, so just a short ceremony. And then we're going to do 4:30 till 5:30 photos with the bridal
Family, bridal party, yes.
Everything at the venue.
Very smart.
And then we're doing dinner 5:30 to 6:30, and then or 5:30 to 6:30-ish, and then we're gonna sneak off during dinner to go get sunset photos, and it's just gonna be the 2 of us again. And then we're gonna come back. We're gonna do speeches, dessert, and dancing. So I think that like with the way that they created the schedule, it seems like there's
Very
gonna be
smart.
time.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah, because like that first look photos and you guys taking some time when you have your makeup and hair freshly done, great idea. Yeah. And then anything in the low light in the sunset, it's like if your makeup is like a tiny bit less fresh, or like your hair is a little bit frizzled or something like that, you're taking photos in sunset sunlighting. So it's not like the high bright exposure or anything like that. You can get away with that kind of stuff. There's been a little bit of tears or whatever during the wedding, like, you know, during the sunset, like it's different lighting. So I don't think it would catch anything like that. You also have the time to adjust any hair or makeup needs if you need to during the day. But oh my gosh, that's a really good idea.
yeah, I think I liked the schedule. I was like, that seems like a good way to do it. And I feel like my dream photo shoot for Hawaii is I want him to like, it doesn't need to be our wedding outfits. It could be just like the next day. But I really want to like take film photos with him in like the ocean. So like have him like wear, I don't know, I told him like maybe tan pants and like a white top or whatever. Or
No
just,
white pants for him.
No white pants, no. Or like just even jeans. And then I would wear my white dress that I want to wear to the bridal shower, which is just like kind of flowy and cute.
Yeah.
And I really want to take pictures of him like carrying me in the water and like splashing in the water.
Like that scene of Ariel coming out of the water and like the bit of her would be like that energy.
Exactly. And then with a film photo or film camera, like a disposable.
Yes,
Because I feel like it could look so cool.
It'd be so cute.
It is so cute, but he won't do it.
Why won't he do it?
No, he's refusing to do it because he thinks it's like demasculine, like or whatever.
What?
Emasculating him because it's like such a cheesy photo shoot, and so he's just like, no, I don't want to do it. And so he's joking and saying that he wants me to hire a model to do it with me because he doesn't want to do it. And so he like just keeps joking and saying that it's gonna like make him feel like a Fabio or something.
What?
I know, and so
For like looking gorgeous in photos with his beautiful new bride, like.
Photo shoot. I don't know why he won't agree to it, but I'm just trying to think of like.
Is he self-conscious about pictures in general?
No, it's not.
Okay. It's the
Oh
theme
my
of the
God.
photo for him that he's like,
Yeah, it is. He doesn't want to wreck his pants too.
oh, well, just,
And so I was like, I could thrift you pants.
yeah, I could thrift you some little pants.
But then
You could just chuck them out when you're done.
and
Like,
he hates thrifting though, so like he hates wearing like the idea. He doesn't like the thought of it. So I'm trying to think of like Old Navy. I could get pants for Old
yeah,
Navy.
I'm sure there'd be some pants at Old Navy. Or you know what? Don't wear pants if you're so concerned about it. Just go like shirt tucking it. Like,
Yeah.
just go Winnie the Pooh it, you know?
Yeah.
Just wear a shirt, no pants, no underwear for hell's sake. Just do it.
I'm just gonna keep asking him until we
Yeah.
get to Hawaii. So
Your hot new wife wants to do a photo shoot.
this is what I want for my wedding gift.
Yes.
But we'll see. Because I'm like, when are we ever gonna be able to do that photo shoot ever again?
I know, it's gonna be corny if you do it anytime other than your wedding. If it's part of your wedding, just do it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I agree. It'll be totally corny if we're not doing it.
Like, what favors can I trade for you? This is, you do a favor for me, I do a favor for you. This is how marriage works.
Oh well, we'll see. I might be able to convince him. It just might take more time.
Yeah. I'm sure there are ways to convince a man to get him to do a photo shoot. know. Is there a certain place he wants to go eat over there? I don't know. Yeah, hon, we can really go to that. We can go to that bar afterwards. We'll go home, have a shower, and go to that bar that you really want to go to, or whatever. I don't know.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it in front of all his friends. I'm gonna
Just
say,
tell them, yeah, say, we're gonna do this really cute photo shoot tomorrow. What do you guys think? And then the guys will be like, that sounds really cool.
I'm gonna literally, I think I'll just do it right in front of his bridal party because his brother's a photographer, his best friend's a photographer, and then his two other friends, they love me. So I think if I just say it in front of his friends, guys, I really want Cameron to do this photo shoot. The two photographers will be like, oh my gosh, I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
And then they'll just give him a hard time.
And you know what? Say that when he has a couple drinks in him.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
If he's a happy drinker, then he'll probably be more inclined to be like, you know what? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know. If he's not a happy drinker, do not say it. Everybody's a little different when they drink, so.
He's
He's a happy drinker? Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
Then,
And
yeah.
we're going on a booze cruise the day before the wedding, so that
There we go, day before the wedding on the booze cruise. Be like, guys, I have this really cute plan. What do you think of this? Wouldn't Cam look so good? And like, you know, like, I don't know, like really pump his tires.
Yeah. No, it's a great idea. I'll do that.
Yeah. I get that he feels like a little nervous. It might be a little silly, but
Yeah.
I feel like if you show him some photos and like mix in other photos that are beach photos along with those, that you know the guy looks really good, and he might like be like, okay, yeah, let's do it, and then just take. Like,
Yeah. That's a good idea. That's funny. Okay, I'll do that. I'll have it ready to go. A slideshow of like what it could look like.
you have photos of the dress. Are you showing anyone?
I am. Because nobody's gonna, like, a lot of people aren't gonna be there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it.
So,
So
like, I am showing people. So this is the dress. So it's like no gloves though.
oh my god, Emily.
It's a really pretty
Emily.
back. I love the back. So that's the dress.
Oh.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All you have to do is be in that dress and you'll say yes to anything you want to do.
I feel like I've been working on my booty gains because I really want my booty to pop in the dress. So that's like everyone knows that's my goal. is to get booty gains. So that's my goal. I love that dress because it is so I don't know, I feel like how do I describe it? It's like I feel like it can be elegant.
Oh, it's totally elegant, but it's also super sexy.
Yeah.
Like, it's elegant and it's beautiful and it's clearly bridal, but it's also really sexy. That is a beautiful wedding dress.
Thank you. It was honestly such a deal. It was $1,050.
Wow, that's a good deal.
Yeah, I was impressed with the deal. And then the hair, I was thinking, okay, so a couple ideas. Was either I would keep these front bangs and kind of like blow dry them with a round brush.
Yes, I
and
love
then,
that.
And then do like a middle part, and then do like a half up, half down curled look with lots of volume. Or the other option was I could do a side part, grow out my bangs, like keep growing them out, and then do like vintage curls with like a big barrel, or like a big wand or something. Do vintage curls. Or the other option was I could just keep it somewhat of a middle part and just do really like cute beach waves, kind of almost like curlier to begin with, and then let them fall out throughout the night. Or the last option is I do just like very pretty bun, like low bun with pieces falling out.
Can you show me the vintage idea you had?
Yeah. I think I'll make it just for it.
Let's go grab a bowl in just a second.
Okay. So something like that.
That's my vote.
Yeah?
Yeah, her dress has a modern take on something that's classic, and that hair also has a modern take on something that's classic. Your venue also is pretty timeless looking, and it looks very European, which kind of has that kind of like almost like age to it. It's not like this big glitzy, shiny disco ball looking kind of wedding. So I personally feel like your dress style also looks good with hair that's down, as well as up. It depends on your jewelry. Do you have that?
Yes, I do. I can show you the earrings.
Okay. I'm back.
And I'll pull up 2 earrings that we're thinking about. Yeah, I'll screenshot this so I have it. How do you think I can do that though? Do you think I should do it with hot rollers and bring my hot rollers? Do you think I should do it with
Hot roller for the front piece, and I'd say for the back, I'd say do hot rollers when you blow dry your hair. But then for the actual style, that is all of your curls being curled one direction.
with lashes?
Yeah.
Classics.
Okay. And you have like the world's longest lashes. You've got Hilton lashes.
Yeah, they do get really long. I'm trying to think of, like, I'm not sure. We don't know what we want to do for the wedding, like hybrid, custom, or the plain.
Have you tried brown lashes?
No, I haven't. Brown?
Brown.
No, I haven't.
Brown. I have the same eye color as you. Brown looks still like there, and they're big and they're beautiful, but it has that slight bit of softness. It doesn't have that like that harsh black look.
Yeah.
If you do want like bigger glam makeup, do black lashes. But if you want something more softer, maybe try brown ones if she gets them in. I know for our girl, like I get brown lashes whenever I can. I'm gonna have to order brown classics because right now I'm getting classics and all she has is black ones. But when I get like hybrids, I get them done in brown because they're very dark brown. They're like an espresso brown, but they just have this almost like soft mattified look to them rather than like sharp and black.
Yeah. And people when they look at you, like they say, "Oh, you have brown lashes."
No, they would never know. I have to tell them. I'm like, the lashes are brown, and I look inside and I can see the sun in the lashes. But straight on, they almost look black. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask her. I'll ask if she has them. We can try them. Because, like, again, I still have a couple, almost just under 4 months before the wedding. So it gives me a chance to try, three different styles. Wow. Anthropology is so many pretty earrings.
Sorry, love. You're just getting all up in the face.
Okay, so wedding and set. We have one pair that we're looking at tonight for the wedding.
Beautiful.
These ones are stunning. I'm not sure how they're going to work with the wedding dress, but there's an option. They're not these, but they're like these. So basically, it's a pearl at the earring. It's a pearl.
Okay,
and
up
then
at the top?
it strings down with like these silver,
Okay.
kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, like these
Like
things.
little chain.
Yeah.
Like a metal chain almost, but it's so small that it looks like a
It
string.
looks just like a
Yeah.
string, exactly. And it comes down with a couple of them, but it's like a pearl at the earring.
Okay.
So those are the two that we were thinking about.
What are you leaning towards more?
I'm leaning towards more the simple pearl with this kind of streams that are coming down a little bit, just because it looks a little bit more simple, and I feel like simple could be good because the dress then it's like more focus is on the dress. But at the same time, if the sun's coming through the glass, I also feel like that could be really pretty and like hit really pretty. What do you think?
My thought is the first ones look a little more classic and elegant, but they are a statement.
Yeah.
The second one, I feel like might get tangled in your hair.
Yeah.
When I'm thinking of it, I'm thinking Hawaii winds, near the beach.
Yeah.
The second one has that little bit of like almost like a texture I'm picturing might be a little bit something you can snag into your hair.
Yeah.
But I think something dangly would be really pretty. I also think larger pearls might be quite pretty.
Yeah, that could be pretty. I can show you some of the pearl earrings that we
If there are pearl earrings, I would almost think because your dress has that soft finish
Yeah.
and it's not a super shiny fabric, I
Do
would
you
think
think like something like that, where it just
yes.
like hangs down like
I would think that would be really pretty because it doesn't hang down all the way. It probably hangs down just a couple of inches.
I'll screenshot it. Okay, and I think there's other pearl ones. I'll look at it. Yeah, 'cause
If you
that
want
would just
something
be
that
a couple
dangles, but something that's like timeless and will stand out, but not too much, I think a pearl dangly would be really, really pretty.
Okay, so that pearl dangly was cute because it was shorter. I liked that length. I'm gonna see the other page had more pearls, so let me look. There's also like these pearl hoops. Do you think the dangle's better?
The pearl hoop is interesting and beautiful. I think the dangly might be a little better. I'm just thinking about how it would look with that hairstyle specifically.
Yeah, no idea what you're saying. Yeah, I think the pearl dangly is the best of those. I'll send it to my mom and see what she thinks.
There's drama going on in the hair world.
Really?
Yeah, this one TikTok hairdresser that I used to be mutuals with.
Yeah.
She like a while ago when we first were both on TikTok, she was kind of like known as the TikTok hairdresser.
Okay.
She had like 1 million followers and I had 200,000 at the time, and she followed me one day. I was like, oh my gosh, she followed me, whoa! And I really looked up to her.
Yeah.
Her work was really good. And this is around the time that I started doing test strand videos, which is what got me to 200,000 views or followers.
Okay.
And people were commenting on my videos, things like, oh, you're a terrible hairdresser because you cut test strands. And I'm like, well, it's not my policy to always cut them. My policy is to ask the client, what would you prefer? Would you prefer to sit here with the foil in, or would you prefer to have me cut it and I can get back to you with the results?
Yeah.
90% of the time, clients are like, you can just cut it. I don't want to sit here for an hour and a half just to like have a little orange streak in my hair and then,
Yeah.
you know. So 99% of the time, that, well, not 90% of the time, they will be like, yeah, no, you can just cut it. And what I do is I lift up the back, I take an angle, and I take like one hair width on this little strip on an angle, and I just cut those, collect them, and it makes a piece of hair that no one would ever be able to find where it came from.
Right.
So it's not like I'm just taking this and just cutting it out.
Right.
So I was getting all these people commenting, like, ooh, another TikTok hairdresser has said that if you do that, you're a bad hairdresser. I'm like, who is saying that?
Yeah.
And then one day, I mean, I just kind of like, you know, it crossed my mind and then it kind of didn't. And then one day I was like, I wonder how that girl is doing. So I go to her page and she's got me blocked. And I was like, wait, why does she have me blocked?
Yeah.
And then a couple of my clients come up to me. They're like, hey, I also follow that girl who like you were mutuals with, and she's making videos about you, tagging you in them, so everyone can spread hate to your page. And she's talking about how you're a terrible hairdresser because you cut test strands. And I'm like, first of all, like, why does she feel like the need to try to hurt someone else?
Yeah.
Second of all, we were mutuals and friends. What is this? Like,
Yeah.
what is this kind of high school behavior? It's so immature.
And the fact that she's blocking.
And she's
you can't
tagging me
respond.
so she can like disparage me and then blocking me so that she doesn't have to deal with the results of that.
Yeah.
So I sent her a couple of messages on Instagram to be like, hey girl, like I just want to know what I've done to bother you so much to block me, because whatever it wasn't intentional. Like
Yeah.
I, you know, want to just apologize if there's anything I've said or done.
Yeah.
No response, nothing like that. So that girl, this happened like a couple years ago.
Okay.
Turns out that girl's been doing that to a lot of smaller hairdressers on TikTok. A lot. She will befriend them and then block them a few months later. Now she hasn't, from as far as I'm concerned, as far as I understand, she hasn't been like talking shit about a bunch of the smaller ones,
Yeah.
but some of the bigger ones she has. So this other girl on TikTok who now I'm mutuals with, Teresa, she's fantastic. She's amazing. I love her. She's the one who does all those videos of like she, from the customer's perspective and from hers, and they'll have a conversation that kind of like drives hairdressers crazy sometimes. So she and this girl were mutuals, and this girl did the same thing to her. She blocked her, she's talking shit. Now it wasn't about test strands, it's just about other drama.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because all these comments were showing up on Teresa's page being like, this girl did this to me too, what the heck? We were friends, we were mutuals, and then I find out I'm blocked one day for no reason. And I guess it's because this girl, like from what I'm hearing also, now I haven't seen any of this because I'm blocked,
Yeah.
but from what I'm hearing, is that she's quite upset because she thinks that she's the OG hairdresser on TikTok.
Yeah.
So any video that has content that's similar to hers from any other hairdresser, she thinks that they've stolen that idea. I'm like, hairdresser experiences are not original experiences. We all have them. That's why they're so relatable. That's why every video that Teresa makes, everyone can relate to that because like, I've had that.
Yeah.
Even not even to do with hair, like just customer service in general, but like I've had someone do that.
Yeah.
And I think it's just funny that this one girl thinks that people are like stealing her videos, her content, her ideas, when like they weren't. It's just like, no, I just maybe told a funny story about a client situation that I've had, and now this girl is mad and thinks that I'm stealing her. No, it's ridiculous. The whole thing is
So ridiculous. And
over the top. And she's like a 40-year-old woman. She's a grown-ass woman.
I just think it's crazy though too, because it's like, even if you have similar content, TikTok is all about copycatting
Yeah.
and remaking videos and remaking content. So like, there's no
Literally what
reason-
social media is. Like,
no reason for her to be better.
yeah, it's like, what, are we gonna start getting like protective over like like our own experiences now, being like, well, I've experienced that, so no one else could have. What? Yeah, it's also just social media. Everyone's way too protective about their content on it. If you're just a standard person and this is not like an original art thing, like it's just like you're making a joke online and you're making like a meme almost, like someone else copies it and I don't give a shit. Like I'm not gonna get mad at people for doing purple shampoo videos. I'm like, I wasn't the first one to do them. Mine is the biggest one, but I wasn't the first one to do it. But I'm not going to get mad at anybody else for pouring purple shampoo on someone's head to try to get a viral video. I'm like, that worked for me. It might work for you too. Like, I'm not mad about it. Like,
well, it's like, again, like, yeah, you're not like being protective over what others do. Like,
yeah.
That's so ridiculous.
It's so embarrassing for her as a 40-year-old woman.
Yeah.
What? Why do you behave like this? Like, that's so funny. I'm like, you're more high school than the people who just got out of like hair school. Like, yeah, it's so wild to me. And I'm like, this is all kind of coming back to her is like she's burnt enough bridges with the people in this community and it eventually comes out, you know? Burn enough bridges and people will be like, oh, you're not really representative of this community. And, she blocked everyone. You're kind of like, no one's able to view your stuff anymore. You can't view theirs anymore either. Yeah. It's the opposite of what you want to do if you want to like succeed in the industry. Is blocking a bunch of people from your industry. Ooh, they could have been helpful to your career later.
Yeah.
I just think that's wild behavior. Anyways, that's the most recent hair drama that's going on.
Is that what makes you like the crowd of YouTube better? Is because that drama is more around TikTok?
I mean, it's all over all of her social media forms. But for me, YouTube, it's just like my audience is what makes my YouTube platform better. TikTok is like the audience is typically a bunch of people who like to shit talk and, hate on your videos or be like, my hairdresser said that this is the only way to do it, so you're wrong and you're a terrible hairdresser. Versus like YouTube is like, oh, that's a great video. I also have a good experience or a bad experience with this product. And like people, I don't know, it's more of a conversation on YouTube, I guess, because there's not a limit of like 200 characters per comment. So like people can comment and write down their experiences. They can, I don't know, people are on YouTube to learn, right? They're not on there to like be entertained and be like to get angry in 4 seconds and then swipe and then suddenly you're happy again. It's right. TikTok is a bit of a cesspool sometimes. So I feel like my YouTube community is 95% positive people. We're just like, hey, like I'm here to learn a new technique for free. So yeah, I'm doing the whole family now, pretty much. That's wild. Like I booked you, and then I had Melissa in yesterday. I've got Nikki in next week. I got Kim coming in soon.
Let's go. Big heads in there.
Yeah. Nicole has tons of hair, yeah.
And then Nicole, Melissa, and then Kim too. Oh.
Yeah, Kim's got a good amount.
Yes, she does.
And I was gonna have Ashley come in a couple of weeks, but she's like, nope, my hair's fading nicely. We're gonna just rebook for her wedding. She's getting married.
I know. I wonder what she's gonna do. If she's gonna stay natural or like stay natural looking, or if she wants to wander again.
See, I don't know. So like that's why we didn't go as dark as she originally sent me photos of, because I'm like, you might want to go back blonde. Like,
yeah. And her wedding can be coming up very soon. So.
Yeah, I don't think she set an actual date for it yet, has she? Do you know if she's gonna do it in the country?
I think she wants to do it. Like she's talking about it right now with John to do Arizona first. Tie the knot in Arizona, and then do a wedding here in the summer. Good too. Cool. I think it's gonna be really well for your grandparents there since it's nice hard to do in Arizona because it's like, it'll mostly be his family. Just to fly everybody
Yeah.
out there. I think this last minute
Yeah.
will be harder.
Yeah. Especially because like kind of near around Christmas is when everyone starts planning their trips for the next year. I mean like our big flyaway plans, I mean at least as far as me and James are, like we've planned our flyaway trips this year already.
Yeah.
And we're kind of budgeting around those.
What trips have you done?
So Mexico for my friend's wedding.
Okay.
And then my birthday in April, we're gonna go to Vegas.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're gonna do. Sorry?
Have you been before?
Yeah, just once earlier this summer, and we're just gonna do a big party weekend, and hopefully not die. And then yeah, that's kind of the plan. Is those two events are kind of my big events of the year. And I'm gonna do a big 3-day bender in Vegas. Just get up to Noka, it'll be a fun time.
Where are you going with?
I don't really know yet. I know just me and James are obviously, but like I'm kind of just putting out a couple of feelers to a couple of my friends to be like, hey, you know, this is the plan. If you want to join us, join us. If you don't. That's totally fine. If you want to join for some of it and not do all of it, it's totally fine. I'm just gonna do me. I'm gonna do my birthday thing. I'm gonna show everyone my itinerary so they can join for whatever they feel like doing.
Yeah. Honestly, that's the thing to go, I feel like.
It is because
Nowadays?
it's also their time off that they have to like pay and go down for, and if they don't want to go see a drag show,
Yeah.
like they don't have to. But I'm not going to say you have to go to the drag show, and then like if they go and they're not enjoying their time, like I know for me I would enjoy my time. I want people to enjoy their time. And more importantly, I want to enjoy my time. So yeah, I'm gonna go to a drag show.
Yeah. Have you been?
Go do a few things.
Have you done a drag show?
I've gone to a couple of drag events, but not like any like drag brunches or dinners or anything like that. I've seen some bigger drag shows.
Okay.
But I want the tuck in my face. That's what I want. Yeah, we're gonna go do that, and yeah, we have some friends of mine who probably won't want to necessarily go to the drag show, but they'd want to go do the other events with me. And I'm like, yeah, go find yourself like a brunch place to go to, or go shopping, do whatever you want. There's no pressure. I'd rather you enjoy your time, I enjoy mine, and join me for whatever you want. And I'd like to go see a Cirque du Soleil probably.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going on a weekend, you're gonna have lots of options for shows. Do you know which one it is right now? Like what's it called?
No, I don't. I think there's like at least 2 though that are there.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
If Allegra is there or something like that.
Allegra? You been to that one?
If it's there, you should go to that one. That one is really good.
Now, what's the theme of the Allegra one?
I don't remember. I think it was like, well, it's like circus themed. Like it's a circus, right? But it's these 2 guys who speak like French, English, and gibberish. Are kind of like the stars of the show, and they're like really funny in it. And the rest, like again, I couldn't tell you the theme. I don't remember what the name is, but they were just hilarious in it, and they're like the 2 main characters in that show. And then, yeah, just like everything about the show was just amazing. Each act got better and better.
Good.
Have you been to Cirque du Soleil?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you'll love it.
I don't think I have.
It's honestly the music, dancing, everything.
Yeah, I'd like to go to like a concert, like a Cirque du Soleil, a drag show. And then my last day, I just want to do relaxing, but I also want to do a pool party.
Yeah.
I went to the Flamingo pool party last time, and that was really fun until it wasn't.
Oh, did it go south?
No, I just got really blackout. Like, James doesn't remember going to the hotel room. I got so sick. Like, I think I ruined that hotel room.
What? What did you drink? What got you to that point?
We had bottomless mimosas for brunch, and then the pool party.
And then
So I think I had like 17 drinks, something like that, like in the span of 2.5, 3 hours. Yeah, it was a lot. They were so good. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Let's see the live chat. I'm sorry, guys. I love watching you lighten hair. I always find out so many tips that help me when I lighten hair. Oh, that's awesome. Yay. Ooh, someone said a Spotify recommendation. Stream is down and back. Oh, I'm so glad that it's actually back. I'm sorry about that. My business is in Vancouver, Canada. This location is in Langley. And here I'm mixing 7 volume with a bit of 40 to just bump it up to like a 20. I'm using the Blonde Me. I'm just going to answer some questions here as well. Sorry, guys. Okay. I feel like a lot of social media has changed a lot of hairstylists. I feel like some are more creating content and more about creating content instead of their clients. Some, yeah, I feel like that can be. YouTube is more positive, 100%. YouTube is a younger audience and very mean girls, bullying and blocking. I agree. Ashley Olsen. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so people always tell me that my cousins look like the Olsen twins. This is Emily, but her sister is actually named Ashley. And everyone thought they were twins growing up, but they're not. Wouldn't it be amazing to be doing an Olsen twins hair though? That'd be incredible. Oh, love you. That's so sweet. Yeah, no, she does look like an Olsen twin though. Actually, if you guys look up Anya Taylor-Joy, my client looks exactly like Anya Taylor-Joy, like actual doppelganger. Might be kind of hard to see some of how these foils are going, so I'm just gonna kind of put this here so everyone can see how I'm doing my sectioning. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that's the travel plan this year. Vegas is what I'm most excited for.
I've never been, but I'd like to go.
It is fun. Do you smoke?
No.
No, okay.
Just drink.
Not a recommendation, but if you don't.
I can't because, well, I had 2 bad experiences with it because I tried it twice and I mixed it with alcohol and it wasn't a good experience. So that is one.
Oh, thank you. I didn't mean to do that.
So these are going to be the flowers
Beautiful.
and like
Little
the wedding
color.
colors. So just like lots of pop. That kind of thing.
I love that.
I know, I thought it was pretty.
I love that. That is really beautiful.
We have different bridesmaids dresses, so they're all going to tie in. This is Ashley's maid of honor dress.
Gorgeous.
And then,
Yes.
so it's kind of like that. These 2 dresses got changed, but they're the same color.
I love that. I love that.
Cool.
Yeah, I like that that's kind of like the new thing people are starting to do with their weddings is that the dresses for the bridesmaids are typically all different and different styles, but just the colors work with the wedding.
Yeah, I know, I like that too. Gives more options for like bridesmaids to like choose their dress and actually wear it again.
Especially when you're spending several hundred on a dress.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be expensive.
Beauty. I'm gonna let that keep processing. I'm gonna charge my phone and end the live, and then I will be back for live a little bit later. If not, then I'll be sure to make a tutorial. So I will see you guys later.